Not only are we at a certain level of advancement, but we're not at a certain level of advancement spiritually. Oppenheimer's key quotes revealed that he did not know what the effect of the detonation of the nuclear bomb would be. When they conducted the Trinity test, they were unaware as to whether or not this explosion would create a chain reaction that could actually destroy the whole Earth. And yet they proceeded forward because they believed that this weapon was the only way they could end World War II, and thus the ends justified the means.
With how potent and how powerful these technologies can be, we can never expect to be able to handle them if we operate them from a low consciousness. When you raise your individual consciousness, when you actually make the effort to become more aware of an individual, that has a mirrored effect to society. It's a law of correspondence, as above, so below. So when you become more conscious of an individual, that makes society itself raise in consciousness. And when each one of us, every single one of us, begins making ourselves more aware, society itself is going to become more aware. Multiple
I'm sitting here watching this documentary that I looked at twice before, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was, but I wasn't. So what they saying is that the earth itself has evolved so powerful, but for some reason they can't evolve spiritually powerful enough. So even though we are living on earth, right? And earth is a very powerful place, right? And you got all these scientists, you got all these geniuses that can tell you the in and outer parts of the earth. But for some reason, spiritually, they cannot win. Spiritually, they cannot outdo spiritual. And if you was to raise your consciousness, see right now, our frequency is so low until we are not able to raise our consciousness. We're not able to be aware of who we are. So if we become more aware of who we are, like I've been saying for years, if we become more aware of who we are as an individual, and we become aware of where we are and why we are here, it is going to change the energy of the earth. Because even though we are looking at the earth evolve scientifically, and we is watching all of these new things on earth happen with AI, and it seems magical, they cannot outdo spirituality. This is why in Christianity and religion, they teach people that spirituality is demonic. Spirituality is a sin, that you are not supposed to go deep into spirituality because it is demonic, or it is of the devil. See, if we spiritually get inclined with ourselves, and we spiritually get inclined with our surroundings and become more aware of our surroundings, it will raise the consciousness of the earth. Because the earth is, right now, they programmed the earth to be a very low dimension, a very low frequency earth. This is how they are able to take control of us, right? And we don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from. We don't know why we are here. And this is how they created us. They created us in these bodies with this brain to be that way. And also our surroundings keep us from not knowing by the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the sun, the moon, the atmosphere, everything that is surround us 24 hours, 7 days a week is designed to keep our frequency low. And the radiation that we are about to have on this earth, like I've been saying, it is going to be an energy source that is going to hit this earth. And when it hit this earth, it's going to be like electromagnetic pulse. Because remember, we are all energy frequency beings. So when this radiation, when this energy hit this earth, it is going to create a spark in us. And a lot of us is going to wake up. A lot of us is going to remember and have our powers restored. It's almost like it's going to be a charge that's going to charge us back up. And for some people, it's not going to do anything to them. So The name of this movie is called Above Majestic. Now, like I've been saying for many of years, we have to spiritually get ourselves inclined with ourselves as well as our surroundings. And this is why they don't want to teach you deep about spirituality. They rather for you to rely on science. And the guy said it himself that even though Earth is evolving and Earth is powerful and things look like that is supernatural with science, they cannot take over spirituality. They cannot win over spirituality because it is a lot of things that scientists and these geniuses cannot figure it out because they are not spiritual beings. Spiritual beings have a knowledge and a wisdom and a power that will outdo any man, any genius. So this is why they taught us that deep spirituality is a sin and that you're supposed to go by the book or go by what God tells you. But we have to raise our consciousness because our consciousness is low and our frequency is lower. So if we can raise our consciousness and raise our frequency, it is going to change the frequency of the earth. And just like I was saying in my live on YouTube, if we was to all come together, because I just said this on live on YouTube, I think day before yesterday or a few days ago, if we was to all raise our frequency and we was to all raise our consciousness is going to get so powerful until it is going to black out the system. Because right now our brain is attached to the system. Our brain is attached to the program. Our brain is attached to the matrix whole setup. So as long as our brain is in a low frequency, as long as our brain is in low in energy, the system will continue. But the more we raise in energy, the more we raise in consciousness, the more we raise as awareness, we can black out the system and it will crash. And it is going to cause the earth to go into a reset because we ourselves, the people, have basically blacked out the system. So the name of this documentary is called Above Majestic. And I want y'all to watch it because it explains a lot of things. And I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope y'all take great heed into what I be saying on my lives as well as on my videos. Because we have to basically be more aware of who we are. Because right now, we cannot do anything on this earth being in the low frequency state that we are in. We cannot do anything. We cannot win if we continue to be in this low three-dimensional state of being. We have to raise our consciousness. And there is nothing on earth that is helping you raise your consciousness because they don't want you to raise your consciousness. Because if you raise your consciousness, if you raise your awareness, you're going to be aware of who you are in this video game. You're going to be aware of where you are in this video game. You're going to be aware of why you are in this video game. And when you be aware of that, you are basically going to be in the control with the controller. See, right now, we are in the video game. We are in the three-dimensional. We are inside, like the video game Sims. We are the players in the video game. But if you look outside of the TV, it's somebody with the remote that is controlling us. But we think that we are controlling ourselves when it's somebody outside of the screen literally watching us, controlling us. When you become aware that you are actually in the video game and that is someone that is controlling you as far as your mind, your eyesight, your hearing, your five senses, you are now going to be in control. And when you get in tune with yourself, when you become more aware of yourself, you're going to have more control over the person that is controlling you. And then next thing you know, you are going to be controlling yourself in the three-dimensional world as well as the person that holds the video game controller. So you are now in full control of your life. You is no longer an NPC. You is now a valuable player because you control your life. You control yourself in this game of Sims where no one can control you at this point.